Live. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Damien Bartonek. We have a fantastic slate for you all to enjoy. So grab yourself an ice cold Dr. Pepper as we start with our game of the week. The Wallhawks have declared this season as their year to make history and win it all. To do so, they've got to start by beating the visiting Anthony Wildcats. Hey, let's go ahead and get to the action. First play for Anthony right off the bat. They try some trickery, man. Double pass, but you're going to see, it didn't work out too well. I told you it was boots to bottom in the six, and that's exactly what this was. An easy pick six for my man B. Jones with the elbow brace and everything. Easy money, 6-0 Wall. This next play happened so fast, my guy Riley Ramos didn't even get the full thing, but hey, it was a bubble screen that was taken to the crib. You see my man number 0 right there, Agent Zero going all the way to the house. 13-0 Hawks after this pitch and catch. Later in the first quarter, you're going to see another screen, this time a little jailbreak screen. And guess what? Same result. My man breaking tackles out there navigating through all the traffic, and he goes all the way to the crib, man. It was too easy for the Wallhawks. The JV squad was in midway through the second quarter, and man, Wall wins with ease 74-6 and will advance to the area round of the playoffs. Hey, Wall is rolling. They look like they're going to be special now. It's only right we go to the only team that defeated Wall this season, the Brownwood Lions. B-Wood came to San Angelo Stadium to take on the Big Spring Steers, and someone who covered that one was, of course, Shawn Humphrey, my man doing it all tonight. Shawn, Brownwood has had an up and down kind of season, but hey, playoff time, there's no better time to get right than right now. But I don't know, man. It looked like they had their work cut out for them, that's for sure.
They had their work cut out for them, and they were eating cookies. Have it cut out for them, maybe it's stencils. I also don't want to miss the chance to say, don't talk about playoffs.
Playoffs, baby.
Hey, well, but maybe let's talk about playoffs. The Brownwood Lions visiting the Big Spring Steers for the playoffs. And one thing I might ask for this game is no more cowbell. They had cowbells on both sides. Maybe it was for the Steers or the Lions. Doesn't matter much. Here's Stone Ratliff on the reverse, number 8, going to infinity and beyond on this play, flipping that 8 horizontal, and he's in for the touchdown. But wait, there's more. Actually, there's less. We're going to bring this one back because there's a flag on the play. Referee calls holding, and Brownwood takes it personally. The quarterback, Judson Colson, drops back, and it's Grant Gray finding his way into the end zone, untouched, unscathed, 6 points, and Brownwood would begin the beatdown. It was a beatdown appointment, and they didn't miss, and the doctor was not in late. It's the keeper here, direct snap, and it's a touchdown, and Brownwood is up early already. 14 unanswered points with the extra point. That was Stone Ratliff there. And this pass out wide is going to go to Mr. Ratliff again, and he's going to tiptoe his way over to the sideline before he's brought down with what looks like a horse collar tackle, uncalled, and maybe they took that personally as well because it's Colson again, and that man, number 14, Grant Gray, sliding his way around a few defenders. And man, those big cats had some bite in them. I got to give some credit to the Big Spring band. They might have been the only positive, and they certainly were a positive because they were pretty good, but it wasn't looking good for the Big Spring Steers.
Grant Gray had a day. Let's just say that. Grant Gray, hey, that man had one heck of a ball game. And hey, Brownwood, they're going to be moving on, man. They put the boots on.
If you're in elementary school, field day normally comes in the spring. It came early for Grant Gray.
Oh yeah, way early. Much. Hey, I love field day. Hey, that's a good look. Hey, good job. Hey, good job with that one. Now, Shawn, you don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere too fast, man. I got a lot more for you. You're going to be back really, really soon. So hey, don't go anywhere. All right, man. So let's keep it at the. Let's go actually to the 2A level and talk about the Roaring Ozona Lions, who faced off with one of the best teams in 2A football, the one-loss Holly Bearcats. Let's go ahead and get into this one now. Ozona's going to start out white hot, baby, like they always do. They're going to go ahead and hand this ball off, and my man is gone. No one's touching him all the way. 6-0 for the purple and gold. Hey, Ozona, that's what they do, man. They start up super fast, but, man, Holly is resilient. The coach's son, Keegan Abels, with a dime to his man down the field. Hey, the Bearcats, that gives them the lead 7-6. Now, the Lions are going to try to roar back. This one played perfectly by the defense, and it's going to be picked off, giving Ozona great field position, but unfortunately, they would not cash in. And Holly, hey, they would make them pay. This time near the goal line, a beautiful ball again deep in the end zone. Keegan Abels, the coach's son, doing his thing. That's a score, giving Holly a 13-6 lead. Now Holly is up 20-6 at this point, and Ozona is still fighting. Great route by the wideout, and Hudson Fowler, man, fires a dart, cutting the Bearcats' lead to 7, but unfortunately, that's as close as it got for Ozona. Holly absolutely steamrolls the Lions in the second half. En route to the area round they go, 57-21. Let's go up one level now and hit up some more football. These 3A ranks. Comanche, man, they have one of their own playing for the Baylor Bears right now, but don't get it twisted. They're still a very deep team with plenty of talent to go around as they took on Peaster in round 1 of the playoffs. We're going to go to this game right here. Peaster football in the red zone, in the red area. You got to make it count. 0-all. A delayed little flare route into the flat by the running back, and they get on the board first. 6-0 Peaster. Now, next possession for the Greyhounds, you're going to see right here. And what looks like actually like a misdirection, play action style. I've never seen something like this before. Somehow works out for Peaster. Clearly Comanche hasn't seen it either. That was one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen work. But hey, it worked, right? 13-0, Hounds up. But Coach Escobar and Comanche, hey, they ain't going down just yet. A little sluggo, slant and go up the seam, and that is a beautiful catch and 7 points. Comanche closes the lead to 6 now. Next possession for the Indians, and they answer back from 13 down. Quarterback bounces this joker outside and finds his way into the end zone. Beautiful stuff, puts Comanche up 1, but this one would need a little bit of extra time, a little bit of free football for everyone there enjoying their thing. You're going to see right here, hey, it's going to take a little similar concept. A little delayed crosser creates a natural rub and springs the wide out wide open. Greyhounds walk it off with the dub. 33-30 is the final there. Comanche's season, unfortunately, comes to an end. Now, we are 4 games into the playoff edition of Fox Football Live, but there are plenty of other teams that were in action tonight and last night, so let's go ahead and check in on some of those scores from around the region. You're going to see right here, first up, Lindsey Miles. Miles, unfortunately, drops this one 34-27. After this one, Reagan County, they were so good all season long, but unfortunately, the by-district round was just too much for them. Cisco beats them 34-16. Next one's after this one right here, Stanton, Alpine. Stanton puts a whooping on Alpine, 49-28, and Grape Creek unfortunately cannot capture their first ever playoff win. They lose 42-26. Next one right here, next slate, Pecos, Lampasas. I heard a lot of stuff about this game. Lampasas just absolutely dominated Pecos, 53-14 is your final. And Burnett, Andrews comes up on top, 35-21. That is a final. All right, y'all, we are 1 block down here on Fox Football Live, but don't worry, there's still plenty of action to come. Stick with us for more right after the break. Welcome back, West Texas. Let's move on up to the 5A ranks and follow up on a program that has been lights out all year long. The Abilene Eagles, and man, I know a guy that has followed this team closely all year, none other than Shawn Humphrey. Shawn, look, I know the program out there, they expect greatness, they work their tails off, and they're very, very consistent. Something in football that we don't see very often is a very consistent team, especially at this level. They're one, and hey, I think greatness might be on the way for them.
Well, it's certainly speed is on the way. You know this team likes punches and bunches, to borrow a phrase from you, and there's a lot of guys who can get it going and a lot of guys who got it going in the game that the viewers are about to see. The first play for Abilene, the backup quarterback, the sophomore Tristan Beal, out wide to John Miles Wagstaff, and this is Wagstaff's first touchdown of the season, finding the painted grass. It's turf grass, same difference, doesn't matter, 6 points. And right here, it's going to be Bryson Perez, the dump off, and he's going to get in another track star on this team. Probably runs about a 3.4 40. That's an exaggeration, but this team is super fast. Remember, the W in Warbirds is for wheels. I've said it before, I'll say it again. In Abilene, the onslaught just kept going. It's Beal again. Remember, he's the backup quarterback, but he goes to the UTEP commit, Rylan Bradford, right here, who bowls over a defender and finds his way to the Cooper side of Shotwell Stadium. Man, it's crazy to see this with their starting quarterback, Braden Henry, being hurt earlier on in the season. And then you got the backup quarterback, the third stringer, Rylan Stokes, with a touchdown run to score the 12th and final touchdown for the Abilene Eagles. Final score, 84-0. It's like a video game with the sliders up, Damien.
That was something special. First, John Miles Wagstaff, excellent name, elite football name, absolutely love it. But what I love more is an 84-0 win. Shawn, they could be in Jerry World by the time we hit December.
It's going to be very hard to stop this team from scoring. Obviously, they've had a few tough losses as the season has gone on, but they landed on their feet. They lost their last game of district play, but having a home playoff game and doing what they did, you got to feel confident heading into the next week.
And hopefully when they play in Jerry World, hopefully, Jerry can actually put the curtains down. You know what I mean? So we don't have an issue with the sun. But I guess that's a whole nother discussion.
I have more faith in the Abilene Eagles than the Dallas Cowboys. I don't have any good things to say about the Cowboys, but plenty of good things to say about the Eagles.
Absolutely.
First of all, congratulations. Good job. We got more to get into. We got to move on, right, Damien?
Let's go ahead. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some undefeated action now. Let's look. The Sonora Broncos, they're a hard-working program built on effort and consistency. But their opponents, the Stanford Bulldogs, look, they're like the best 2A team in the state right now. Let's see how this all went down. You're going to see right here, Bulldog ball. And look, Bulldog ball, Bulldog score. Quarterback draw, easy work, easy and beautiful pull and block there by number 22. The quarterback does the rest. Touchdown Stanford, 7-0. Now next possession for the Dogs. And flat out, those boys from Stanford up front dominated. 14-0 is going to happen right here. Running back doesn't even really get touched all the way into the end zone until the very end of the play right there. 14-0 Stanford lead early in this one. Later in the first, jailbreak screen, easy money. We see this play so much in high school football, and it just works, man. Bulldogs execute this one perfectly, and the wideout improves his yak total in the season. 21 skunk these boys right now. And early in the second, we're going to go. This is not the brotherly shove, not the tush push, but the Stanford sneak is what I'm going to call this one. 28-0 Bulldogs, just 13 minutes into the ball game. Now, the Dogs, they just wanted to put a stamp on this joker right here, and they're going to do so right now. Running back runs a wheel route right up the seam. Broncos don't account for him, and that's as easy as it gets. Stanford just rolls onto the next round and rolls Sonora, ending their season by a final score of 45-8. All right, now sticking with the 2A theme, Junction has already made history with their first district title since 2003, already in the books, but they want more. And last night, it looked like they can achieve whatever they have been dreaming about. We're going to go right here. Junction ball on the goal line, and they just play smash mouth football, baby. Number 11, big boy right there, runs through everyone, and that is a touchdown, barrels his way into the end zone. 7-0 Eagles. Now, next possession for Junction after my boys are done celebrating right here. The quarterback is going to hit his man out of the backfield. You see my man right there motioning it out into the flat, and that's beautiful stuff right there. He's going to get touched right there, says, get off me. Hey, tells another one, get off me. Another one, get off me. Another one, get off me. And guess what? That is a touchdown, bursting up the sidelines and scoring. 14-0 Junction. Now it's a 14-6 game. High-scoring game early in this one, but that number 11, baby, he's just a stud. Get off me, little man. Once again, that is a touchdown. It was his night. It was Junction's night, and that continues with this next highlight. Just a basic sweep that we all ran growing up playing in football, one of the easiest plays, and guess what? The easy stuff still works in the playoffs. Junction absolutely dominates this one, and they go on to the next round, the area round, after a 61-26 victory. All right, y'all, plenty of football still to come, West Texas. Don't you worry. We've got more highlights. We've got a weather update for you and so much more. All of it coming up right after the break. Welcome back, everyone. So the previous block we concluded there in the Hill Country. So let's go ahead and head up to the Key City, man. See how some more of the Key City's finest are doing in the bi-district round of the playoffs. Now the Cooper Cougars have a lot going for them. Plenty of work has been put in, and man, the man next to me, hey, he'll tell you himself. Shawn, one of the more underrated programs that we cover are those Cooper Cougars. But I'm not gonna spoil what happened. But hey, regardless of the outcome, still worked their tails off all year, and it's still, a successful year in my opinion.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that finds ways to score points but has trouble stopping teams from scoring. And, hey, I know we don't want to spoil, but the story is it's tough to stop another team from scoring, going all the way on the road to El Paso to take on Del Valle. And we're going to show you those highlights. First, it's Jake Fetty, the quarterback here. He had himself a night, uncorking the long pass to his wide receiver, Andres May. I should have had a moment of silence there,
that
Damien.
Was a beautiful ball.
Right now into the end zone, 56 yards for Del Valle, the Conquistadores, getting going early, and they would keep it going here on the reverse. The big play bites the Cooper Cougars again, and Shelton Fuller finds his way into the end zone. Punches in bunches, and the Cougars would continue going down. Hey, check it out. They're going the opposite direction here, and Jake Fetty keeps it himself. Sliding, riding, limousine, flying, jet riding. I might have butchered that a little bit. You might have to give me a woo after this, but Jake Fetty, keeper, 19-yard touchdown run, and Cooper would show a little bit of fight. I can't say that they laid over and just let El Paso del Valle do whatever they wanted to do, but J.Q. Scroggins on the touchdown run here, that would be the closest deficit of the game, 14 points, and this is toward the end of the night. Ezra Rocha, 15-yard touchdown run for the boys in navy blue. And a whole lot of good things happening for El Paso out there. And everybody, I think people were watching in from Mexico and seeing what was happening on the field and maybe cheering from the opposite side of the border from Juarez.
Yeah, that was an absolute – that was a game. Jake Fetty, hey, man, he's going to make him a lot of Fetty at the next level. Them NIL deals, he keeps playing like that.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you like that.
62-35 the final score.
Yeah, he had a great game. That first highlight you showed us, that was a beautiful ball. Loved what I saw there. And, yeah, man, I think Cooper, even though, like I said, didn't end the way they would would like, hey, they worked their tails off. Good season, and that's something we hear a lot from these teams in 5A, 6A, 4A. They can put up points, but they can't really stop anyone. But hey, it's a process.
Yeah, I think their top receiver, Xavier, he's a junior, I believe. So at least he's coming back next season. He'll have some more chances to score, and hopefully they improve on what they were able to do this year.
Absolutely, Shawn. Hey, this might be all the highlights we're doing with you, but hey, don't go anywhere. I'm still going to bring you back on the next block for sure. Now, let's conclude our highlights with something that'll make our Ethan Purcell and his family very happy. Let's talk about them Wink Wildcats, a program that honestly could be playing at Jerry World come early December. Now you're going to see right here, watch the block by the back right here, sealing that edge and creating that running lane. That's an easy 6 for those Wink Wildcats on 3rd and 3. And you're going to see this play. It's a play we've already talked about, baby. The jailbreak screen. Easy stuff. Everyone does it. Works perfectly, and Wink executes it properly. Beautiful blocking there. Running lane is right there for him. Wink, 14-0 early in the first. And it did not stop there. You're going to see plenty of dominance continued. My man, Kamad Fashion. Did I say it right? Fashion is special. There we go. Kamad Fashion is special. 21-0 for a Wink. And they got busy through the air, too. Look at the corner route right here from the slot wide out right here. Look at this beautiful corner route. Go, stacks my man. Bang. Hits him up. Crosses his face. And that is beautiful. Easy. Right up the boundary. And that's going to be a touchdown. Beautiful stuff. Wink is going to roll on in dominant fashion, 50-0. Now, this concludes these highlights for right now, but you know I can't just do it like this, man. We got a lot more going on, and you know what, Britton Musaw, I heard you got something going on with the weather, man. What's going on?
Good evening, everyone. Hard to believe we're already in the playoffs in football season. You would think Mother Nature hasn't quite caught up yet when you look at that high temperature. We were 79 degrees for your high temperature at St. Angelo Mathis Airport. A little bit more like spring than the middle of November. If you woke up early, though, for that low temperature of 44 degrees, pretty close to that typical low of 43, it felt a little bit more like the middle of November. We've been as warm as 86 degrees. That was just 3 years ago, back in 2021. And we've been as cool on this date as 18 degrees in 1916. Overall, though, a pretty nice day, especially after the sunset. Just perfect weather to be out on the gridiron. Tomorrow, a lot of college football going to be played all across the Lone Star State, and honestly looks to have more perfect weather. West Texas A&M playing at Angelo State in St. Angelo. Kickoffs at 6 p.m. Saturday evening. Temperatures looking to be in the 70s, 73 degrees by 6 p.m., 69 degrees at that 7 o'clock hour, and 67 degrees by that 8 o'clock hour. I have a little bit of cloud cover around, not expecting any rain or really any big weather impacts in St. Angelo. Same story in Stephenville, where Abilene Christian's going to be playing against Tarleton State University. 68 degrees by kickoff at 6 p.m., 67 degrees by 7 p.m., 66 degrees by 8 p.m. Remember, for your latest weather updates, you can always find them by following me on social media. Back to you.
Thank you, Britton. Now, Shawn, let's take a look at some final scores from around the region, or just overall scores. Let's go ahead and run it, T-Bone. Put them up for me. Stephenville, Lakeview, 70-0. Oh, that's an unfortunate one. This next one, Jacksboro and Brady, 41-27 in the fourth quarter. Go ahead and run it, T-Bone. And Shawn, what's going on here, man?
Oh, man, Anson and Cristoval, quite the beat down there, 39-11, and then Tioga getting our Ballinger Bearcats up out of there, unfortunately, 42-7 there.
Oh, man, that one was a tough one. Let's go to this next one. Water Valley and Ira, 64-32. Water Valley is going to advance. That one's actually a final. And Menard and Benavides, right when the show began, they actually finaled that one 54-7. Menard advances. Hey, they're on the cusp of history. Shawn, I want you to say this next one. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
That is a real-life score. I'm not trolling. That's
this
real
isn't
life.
A basketball game?
No.
Wow.
What is it?
116-102 Westbrook over Robert Lee. I know it's six-man football, but good golly, Miss Molly. Oh, my goodness. And then Jim Nett beating Iowa Park 31-20. How about those Indians, man?
Hey, man, they're going hard. 116-102, man. Hey, we don't do fake news, man. That's real news. That's real life, man.
Yeah,
what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? But with that said, hey, this is just the second to last week of Fox Football Live. We've had a great time here. Playoff edition continues next week, same time, 9:30, with myself, Shawn Humphrey, and we got a lot of good stuff coming. So with that said, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for keeping it with us. And with that said, don't go anywhere. Next week, we still got it, baby. One more week of Fox Football Live. Thank you.